And I'm going to bring in my first guest from Wellington-Altus Private Wealth, their chief market strategist, Jim Thorne. Of course, the market's saying something else, Jim. So the question is, have the bond vigilantes simply thrown in the towel, or maybe this, were they a figment of our imagination in the first place?
I think the bond vigilantes are realizing that the facts are piling up, and they realize that the Fed is on the wrong side of history and that we're going to have to dramatically cut rates to 275 to 250, something that you and I have been talking about for a long time. Now it's going to become consensus. And when that happens, the stock market goes higher and we get a period of bull market stress. Everybody thinks that there's going to be a retest of the lows. They're absolutely wrong. And Charles, this is going to feel like the back half of 2009 or the back half of 2020, where you're going to have people rushing and reaching for performance. It's going to get crazy in the back half of the year.
Today, Jay Powell said something to me that either made me feel he's disconnected from what's going on, or the ghost of Arthur Burns is riding on his shoulder, right? So he talked about inflation. You want to approach carefully in a world where inflation is not back to 2%, and that's our job. If we make a mistake here, people will pay a benefit. It will pay and people will pay a cost for a long time. So, he's talking about making mistakes and the average person paying a cost. Well, the day we got May new home sales, they were a disaster, down almost 14%, and that's way below consensus, the worst since June of 2022. People are tapping their 401ks like never before. It feels like the Fed may have already made this mistake and it's already costing people. I mean, so when does the Fed realize this?
I think they're trying to save face. I mean, I watched Powell today and yesterday, and it's absolutely, it's an embarrassment to see how the Fed has devolved into where we are right now. Look, tariffs aren't inflationary. You take out shelter, which is lagging, you have inflation below target. Unemployment is starting to rise, but yet it's okay. We're going to have an economy that is going to slow, but we're not going to go into a recession. So, the Fed needs to get to neutral. I think they got head faked by the Biden administration and they got burned. And I think they're fearful of an inflation spiral. Right. And I think they're absolutely wrong.
Well, and you just brought up Biden. The historic nature of tariffs, especially after this Biden scare. Listen, it's a big difference when you flood the zone with trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And I noticed today you agreed with a post from Howard Lutnick, and essentially he's saying this is all political. Like they're smart enough with all those PhDs to know the real deal, and that something else is driving it. Could it be politics?
Yes, and we've talked about that before. And I think what's more interesting, Charles, is that when we've been talking about this for the last year, it was contentious. It is now becoming consensus. And so you have got Powell destroying the credibility of the Fed. And frankly, all the Fed really has is credibility. And I'm going to quote Arthur Burns, "Betrayal is the only truth that sticks." And I'm telling you, the Fed has to pivot quickly. They know it. And that's why you're starting to see on the fringes, you're starting to see people say a July cut. Right. I think they are going to go in July. But at the same point in time, the damage has been done, Charles.
Yeah. Hey, James, thanks so much. Always appreciate your work. And this is a big, complicated thing, but sometimes it seems like it's not that complicated either. Appreciate it. All right.
Thanks, Charles.